Blessings in a peeps, Chemist here with another GT7 video. Let's get into it. So today we'll be at the Kyoto Driving Park doing another time trial as per usual, and of course we will be looking at the details of what it is that we need to get gold, which is the time to beat, a 1:17.933. That has actually changed recently, but we're also looking at the time, the leading time in the world, which is the 1:15.6, which also changed recently. But we'll be sticking to the game plan and we'll be aiming to get the gold. So here we go with the first run. So usually what I ended up doing with the first run is just drive. I try to set a time, any time, doesn't matter, just put something on the clock and get a feel of what the track is like. So I tend to just go out in the blind, no ghosts. I don't watch any reviews, I don't watch anything, I don't see any how-tos. I just go on the track and just use whatever skills I have, especially if it's a track that I don't know, which this is a track that this is the first time I've ever been on this particular course. So I just go, drive, and see what it is that I can do, and of course over and over as I try to inch closer towards the time to beat, I would ultimately get better at it. But I tend to do this a lot with pretty much all my time trial runs and all basically every track that I've ever been to in GT7. And in a sense, I feel like it sharpens my skills and sharpens my ability to be a better driver. I don't know, because ultimately what ends up happening a lot of time, I would use previous track knowledge and it tend to help me in these situations. But of course, as I progress, I would eventually look at times that are better than mine and see what it is that the competition does in order to get a good time. And that's pretty much what I've been doing throughout this online time trial, and there we go with a time of 1:28.6. Of course, having gone over this track again and again and again, these are the times that I set, with the lead time or the closest time to gold being the 1:18.330. It's been tedious getting that time, and this is an example of that run. So if you look at this run and the first run, you can see that it's night and day in terms of how it is that I apply the skill. So going into turn 1, didn't take it as good as I could, but carrying a lot of speed in and out. Going into turn 2, which you note I'm in 5th gear and cutting the track, using the track limit as best as I can. Coming into turn 3, coming down, heading around this corner now, coming up to this chicane. There's always a death chicane that gives the most problem, and here in 5th gear, dropping to 4th and powering through. So you may not be able to, well, you've seen the times. I've gone through this track a lot and watched the videos of persons who have done it better than me and garnered all the skills that I needed, and ultimately this is what it produced. Now the time that I got, even though it's not gold, I chalk that up to my own abilities. Based on what I see that I'm running, I don't think I'll be able to get the goal on this track, and I will definitely settle with this 1:18.330. And just to show you exactly the issues that I have with this track, it's 2 particular corners. So this first corner is fairly straightforward, trail brake and fast in, fast out. But coming into turn 2 here, you have to use track limit. You have to basically abuse the track limit in order to get the best speed going in and coming out. You know, there are basically cut the track going in, cut the track coming out. And one of the issues that I have with that, if you off by even a pixel or a centimeter, the car jumps. You end up in the wall if you go in too much, and you end up in the wall if you go out too much. So going into, this is what, turn 4, I think, it's the same thing. So the chicane coming up, you have to basically cut the track here and cut the track again there. That first turn I could have gone in a bit more. That's basically what the competition did in order to fast in, fast out with that, but that was the best that I can do for this run. And ultimately that's the result of what it is that I've done over this period of time. It's very challenging, and it's not that I don't want to go again, but having gone through a series of these online time trials, I can tell where it is that I definitely know that I won't be doing a better time. But I'm not too disappointed, kinda, but also I know my limits, and this silver is fine. I'll go again at it, but as of now, this is where I'm at. And as usual, thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next one.